Hello friends, hope everybody's having a good day. We're gonna paint the craft kit for November. And it's a cute little Santa. Look how cute that is. Don't you love it? I love it. I think it's fresh. It's looking a little dark in here, but you know, it happens sometimes. So, let me get my paint together. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. It's Tuesday, yes. This guy is dimensional, but he's freestanding. I can't remember how tall he was. Maybe like 11 inches, maybe? Let's measure him, because I can't remember. That tells you how much I know. Just when you hop on and say, hey, the little red box tells me I'm live, but you are probably watching the replay because you're probably been at work. Yeah, he's 11 inches tall. So there you go. But hop on when you say hey and hang out with me. But we're going to paint this craft kit. And if you type Crafty2 in the comments, it will send you a little link. I'll message you and you can get him if you want him. Get a monthly craft kit every month. So I'm going to pull out all the little pieces that come with it, and we're going to paint it together. And for those that get the craft kit, y'all can go back and watch it and paint yours, or you have something to look at. So, okay, this is like the backer, so there's really not a whole lot that shows on this other than just like his legs a little bit. So I'm going to do that red. I've got an old paper plate here I'm going to use. But, hope everybody's having a good day. I just got back from eating lunch. Can you believe I got to eat lunch with both of my kids today? Which I thought was just such a blessing. Bless my heart that both of my kids wanted to go eat lunch today with me and hang out. So, that made me very happy. So, we're going to paint, I'm just going to paint this little portion of his legs first. I don't have him finished because I always just show me like getting it right off my laser. Well, I cut it last night, and then these will ship out probably starting, you know, later on this week. I'm cutting them right now. So, I'm just going to paint that little part for his, I think that's the only part that shows. Everything, and then his hat up here. Yeah, but we can always come back if we need to add something else on. But I'm using a little bit of a bigger brush, and of course a lot of this is not going to show because it's going to have layers on top of it. But I'm just going to put a coat of red for my Santa head, and I think all this will be covered up. So we need to paint his sleeves. These two go on top. These are his sleeves, so we're going to paint those red. I don't think he has, I think the gloves are, we'll do those separate. So there's 1 and 2. And I cannot see comments, so let me try like swishing back just in case. Probably not going to show them, but sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But I'm not ready for Christmas, but it seems like everybody else is ready for Christmas, so here we are. Here we are. I still got a scarecrow on my door, and, you know, it takes a while for me to get in the, like, Christmas mood, Christmas spirit. Okay, so that, I'm going to do that black. That'll be gold. Okay, so I'm going to paint that. These pieces will be for, oh, I probably need to go up a little bit. Hold on. I need to go up to his belly. Let's see how far the beard comes down, because I want to make sure that I don't miss painting something red. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do all that right there, red too. I love a little shelf sitter that you can just like sit out. You paint it and you sit out. You pay for these like at Hobby Lobby and stuff, so why not just paint your own, you know? So, okay, then we need some white because of course my white's over here, so I got to get my tiny up and go get it. I had a little bit of white from something else I was doing earlier, so we'll just use it. I like Hobby Lobby paint. I like Deco Art, but I mean, I love Hobby Lobby paint too. It's a good cheap alternative, and everybody, it's affordable for every, you know, for the most part for everybody. So it's a good like happy medium, and the coverage is good and all the things. So that's usually what I use, just because it's easier for most people to be close. Most people are close to a Hobby Lobby, I feel like. So. And they're actually quitting carrying Deco Art, I've seen. So I'm going to paint all the pieces white that need to be painted white. And then we will, I like to paint all my pieces and then glue it together. Okay. There's his headband. I need to do his beard. I said headband, but it's the brim of his hat. I cleaned my studio up yesterday. It's so clean up here right now. Like, I mean, it's so clean. It probably won't stay that way, but sometimes you just need like a reset so that you can be productive. So that's where I'm at. Trying to be productive. Okay, so we're going to paint a whole bunch of his little white beard here, get it completely painted. And I'm just doing a really thin coat because I actually like to go back and like distress it a little bit. I might use like my Distress Oxide or like dry brush a little bit on him, but I want to add a little gray to his beard too, but I'll come back and do that a little bit later. So that will be done later. There's that. Okay, and then all these little squares, and you've got some snowflakes. Of course, we'll do those white. I might end up putting a little, and the little piece for his hat and his mustache. Like I said, I'll come back and probably add a little bit of gray in it, but there we go. There we go. So quiet up here. I really should come up here and like study and read my Bible because it's like so quiet in my studio. It feels so quiet up here. Literally can hear nothing. It's like just silence. It's amazing. I love it. My husband is up here, was up here last night with me because he's building a rod, and like a fishing rod. So I was packing orders and he was working. So we were like up here till late last night, like 9:30. I was like, he's like, I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up. I gotta work tomorrow. I was like, I do too. I do too. Hey, Yvonne. All right. So we are going to put another coat on that. I'm just doing a couple of coats on. I'll probably come back and do another coat on some of them, but for right now I'm just doing one coat, I should say. But I just want to get a couple of coats probably. Sometimes white does really good, and other times you have to do a couple coats on it. But I like to work one color at a time. So I'll do everything red, then I'll do everything white, then I'll do It just makes it go by a little bit faster because you can paint one of these pretty quick. So it's just a fun like little afternoon craft that you can do, or one you can get together with your friends and paint. I'm doing my little snowflakes. I got 3 snowflakes. I'm gonna put a snowflake there. And paint this one. And then I'll do the last one. Okay, so there's that. And then anything else white that I need to get to before I forget? No. Okay, so now let's do the black. I'm gonna do black for the boots. Put some black on his boots. On his boots. My kid used to say doots. He called them doots instead of boots. Oh, I painted those white. They're supposed to be black. They're the parts of his boots. But I guess I could do it. Yeah, they're white. Yeah, actually they're white. It's a little fur on his boots. Heck, I don't know. We're doing them white. Because he's got fur on the top of his boots, right? As Santa? I think he does. I can't remember. Cannot remember. Probably could look at a picture of Santa and that would help, but I like to wing it. Winging it. But I like to give you an example and let you see it painted, because you get all the pieces and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do with all this? Thanks a lot. I just splashed black in my white, which is fine because I am going to end up putting some gray in it, some black in it, but I didn't want to do it that way. It's a lot of chaos around here. A lot of crazy. A lot of crazy. There we go. Okay, so his belt's black. Let's do that. It needs to be that way. Okay. And then we're going to do, let's see, his little gloves. We're going to do those black. So I'm going to paint his gloves black too. And that is on his little arms. Okay. Now I do need like a little bit of a skin color to put on for his nose and his little face right here. So you can mix it, but I've got a little bottle of it right here, so I'm just going to use that. And instead of trying to mix it up, that's actually not my skin color. Where's my skin color at? Right here. This is my skin color. There we go. Okay. So let's put that on his nose. And sometimes I will leave the skin color, like I'll just leave it like the wood color, because it depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm doing like a scarecrow or something, I'll leave the wood color. But you can, I've done it on a Santa before too, just because I didn't feel like painting the, depends on what kind of look you're going for. Like if you're going for like a primitive, like rustic look, I sometimes will just leave the wood unpainted. But it really just depends. So I painted these two, and then we need to do a little green for this holly. And then these, I think I'm going to do them like a gold, because I want to do his buckle gold. So I'm going to do the buckle on his thing and the little stars. I'm going to do those like metallic gold, because I love some metallic gold. Okay, paint, come out. Here we go. And I'm just going to use this brush here to do the gold. And I'll come back with like a paint pen or something and add in like the words back on there. It says ho 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 on the stars. And I probably could do like the little things in between them, like a green or something, but I'm just going to paint them gold for right now. And I can always fix that when sometimes you might make some changes after you get it put together, but. Okay, let's see which way this buckle goes. It goes that way. Yeah. I always end up painting something on the wrong side. Hey, Shelly. I am almost done with your stuff so I can get it shipped out to you. It's looking very cute, by the way, just so you know. I mean, but duh, wouldn't it be cute anyway? I mean, seriously, I cannot wait. So, for you to see it. Okay, let's do, got all that. Green for this. I'm going to use like a deep green. Yeah. My paint bottles always have a blame clog in them. Never fails. Never fails. I sent you a text. Did you get it? Or you ignore me? You busy. You ain't seen the text. Or you might have texted me back and I completely have not seen it. So, you know, that's possible too. So, story of my life. People are like, I only have right now, let's see what my phone says. 77 unread texts. That's not too bad. That's good. Sometimes it's over 100. So sometimes if, you know, you text me, you just have to be like, Ashley, I texted you. You didn't respond to me. Here I am again. It happens, you know. Can't be everything all the time. I try, but don't work. So, okay. I'm going to put a little bit more red paint on him right here because red doesn't cover very well. So I do want it to be nice and covered. I want it to be covered real good. Okay, and then I'm just going to start laying it out so I can sort of see what I've got. Now that I've got everything with one coat of paint on it, okay? So let me blow dry right quick, and then we'll like stack it all on here so we can kind of see. Oh, it's not. Here we go. Let's just do it on low so it won't be too loud. But just so it's not too wet when I start stacking it. Okay, so his boots go there. And some of these will need another coat, like just by default. And that will be his beard. And then his little eyeballs. We'll add like some pink little cheeks. And then his little mustache. And that. And then this fits on there. He literally looks like he's got on a tank top. Look at that. That's so funny. It's like a redneck Santa. Look at it. It's like a little redneck Santa Claus. He ain't got no... Oh my gosh. So then we put that on there. And I can kind of see if I need to paint anywhere else. And I do, because like I can see that it didn't get covered right there. So I'm going to have to put a little bit more paint, which is fine. So that will go there. Of course, then his little belts and his buckle. And then these will go on top of that. Those go there. This just kind of gives me a little... You have a little circle that says spacer on it. Oh no, finance stuff, that sucks. That ain't no fun, Shelly. I don't like doing that. I don't like math. That's why I paint. You don't think you've ever... I don't do many lives, honestly. Well, okay, so I used to do more lives. I used to do lives a lot, but now Facebook deletes them, and I've got to get better at like putting them on YouTube, because I have a YouTube channel, but I just, you know, your girl's in her own little world over here, you know, so most of the time. So I'm a little crazy. So sometimes it gets done, sometimes it don't. But want to do finance stuff, that's for sure. It's more fun to just watch a live. Yeah. I probably have not done a live in, gosh, it's been a long time. I'd probably be guessed to say it's been like 6 months or so, because here lately I've been doing my craft kits not live. I've been just like recording a video and then uploading it, because then I don't have to worry about it disappearing. But I'm just going to start putting them on YouTube. Then, we're not going to worry about that, but these will go here. Oh, what I was saying, sorry, I was reading comments. Squirrel, you have a little circle that has, it's got there, right there on his legs, and it says spacer, and you get a little circle. You don't have to paint it or anything, because all it is, it's just to build up your little stars, so when you stick them on there, they have something to support the back on them, okay? So that's what he will somewhat look like before we get, and these two pieces here are for you to put in the back for it to, for him to stand up. So that's what those are. And you can put your sunflowers, good grief, snowflakes wherever you want to, but I do want to go back and I've got to touch up his body with some paint, and then we'll work on adding some little details to him. So, let's take all these little pieces off. And Redneck Santa needs his arms painted a little bit more. He legit looked like he had on a little tank top, didn't he? He's been working out in the North Pole yard. That's what he's been doing. Okay, now that should be good. Okay, so let's do, I mean, that looks like it's pretty covered. So let's go ahead and glue on, I'll just be squirting this glue on here. Just put a little glue on there. Put a little dab of glue on there. Okay. And then I'm only gonna glue a few things because I want to add some details. So like this little guy right here, he needs some little cheeks. So let's take the skin color and just add like a little smidge of red to it to make it look a pink. And I'm gonna come in on the top. Let's see, so it's gonna fit, like, where's his beard at? Let's do it like over these little humps here. We're just gonna put a little bit of pink to make him have some cheeks. There we go. Yeah. And then I'm gonna use a small brush and some black to do his eyes. You have the dots already like sketched out for you or etched on the wood. So all you gotta do is paint in the circle. And you can use a paint pen, but I'm just using, so I just did a little, yeah, Santa in a wife beater, for sure. That's what it literally looked like. It was so funny. Oh my God, I'm easily entertained, obviously, you know. So, okay, there's that. There's that. Ah! Is it leaking out? There, okay. Sheesh. Sheesh. Let's put his bird, let's put a little beard on there. And then I'm just going to put a little bit there for his face and that, and then this. Actually, though, I've got to paint that red because I missed that. That is like the tail of his little hat. So I need to paint that red right there. There we go. So this will be for his puff. And then this will be, there we go. Oh, he's looking cute. Alright, so let's put all that on there. Good deal. It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. Cute, cute, cute. I also like to take his nose. What happened to his nose? Where does his nose go? Santa, what happened to your nose? Legit. His nose has disappeared. Really? Maybe it fell on the floor. No. Where is his nose? I don't know what happened to his nose. That didn't line up right. Oh, there we go. Oh my word, I cannot find Santa's nose. Shut up. You gotta be kidding me right now. It was literally just here. I just painted it. Really? For real? Well, let's just keep painting. It'll turn up. It's here somewhere. I'm just overlooking it. Oh, it's behind the dang thing right there. Hot dog. Stop it. I know you did not say I see it. I'm done with you. I cannot. Oh my goodness. I want to add like a little bit of pink on it. Oh my goodness. I can't do nothing. I do not need to be on the internet. I really don't. Lord have mercy. And I'm just adding a little highlight to it. But I put a little pink in it too. Just so he's, you know, I don't want it to be I want it to have a little dimension to it. Oh yeah, that's cute. Very, very cute. Super, super cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I want to glue like, I want to do his beard. So actually, let's wait on the, no, let's just go and do it. Let's just go and do it. Actually, you got to put his dang, you got to put that on first. Hot dog. Why that didn't get stuck on there? Because I've been mad. He's got to have a mustache. There we go. Now he looks more like Santa. Let's make sure he's even. Alright, so let's let that set up for just a second because then we'll come back and I'm going to add like some gray in his beard and on his mustache. But I need like a little like wispy brush. Let's use this one. So I'm going to mix up with my black and a little bit of white to make some gray. I don't want it to be real dark, but I'm going to come in and just go around the edge of his beard with some gray. Give him a little powder dusting of some gray in his beard. Because, I mean, technically Santa's beard's white, I guess. But I'm going to do the same thing on the edges of his hat. Stop moving. Okay, there we go. Good job. Look at that. That looks very cute. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but Shelly. So I just added a little gray on him. Oh, he says, ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. He said. So I'm going in and I'm actually going to grab my Distress Oxide too. If I can remember what I did with it. You know, isn't that horrible? Like, I don't know where nothing, since I moved, I can't find nothing. I don't know where nothing's at. It's got to be over there in one of my bins, but I don't remember where. But we'll find it. Tells you how much I've used it. I don't use it a whole lot, but I like to use it on these little craft kits, so. Okay, so let's see. Let's glue his arms on. Oh, well, let's add a little bit of distress into his boots. Let's do, I think I'm going to use the gold. I'm going to distress it with a little gold. Because, you know, I'm all about some gold. And gold kind of looks more, I like the way the gold looks more than I do like if I use brown. So, I'm going to do the gold. Why not? Why not? Okay. And then I can come up here on the tops, and I'm going to use the gold on the top too, instead of gray. I'm going to use a little bit of gold on his boot. I might come back and add a little gray. I'll wait and see. Probably will. Okay, so let's glue those down. So a little bit of glue on that. Doesn't take much of this Gorilla Glue, and it is stuck. It is stuck. Let's do a little bit of the gray on there. It's a little too dark. Okay, Shelly, I'll see you later. Yeah, I'm gonna add the gray on there. I like the gray on it. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing on his arms while I got the gray on my brush. Do a little bit, and I mean, you can do as much or as little as you want to. I got a little carried away with it, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm literally just not, I'm not in the Christmas mood yet. Like, I mean, I love Christmas, don't get me wrong, but like, it's like we go from Halloween to Christmas, and we just completely just skip Thanksgiving a lot of times, you know? So, I mean, I don't know. I love Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays because you get all the food and, you know, it just doesn't feel as, like, hectic as Christmas, I guess. And I hate Christmas shopping. I can't stand Christmas shopping. Oh, my God. I love giving gifts, but, like, I just hate them. Like, ugh. It's like we all have so much. It's like, why do we need to shop for each other? We have too much already. I have more than I need. It's like, let's just get together and hang out. And, like, do a craft or something. Or just spend time together. Like, because nobody spends time together. To me, that's the gift. Is spending time together. That's the gift. Because we don't get to spend time together no more. Somebody will be saying, I actually don't like gifts. I do. But, alright, so let me get a marker right quick while this is setting up. So this is where we're at so far. Okay. That's where we're at. I need to add a little bit more in his beard, I think. Let's do it. I'm going to add a little bit more, like, underneath right there, like, where it would be like a shadow, kind of, you know. You know. Okay. And I also want to do the same thing, like, I do want to add some distressing on his sleeves and stuff. So I'm going to do that with black. I'm just doing it on the inside. Ooh, I can't really. I'm going to go up in between, like the space between his legs there. And then maybe like across the boot. And then we'll do like across the top. Listen, I'm such a, like, crazy person. Let's see. This one. Alright, so I'm going to use the white on the outside. So I'm doing like I did like the dark on the inside, then I'm going to use the outside to add a little white to it. Just to sort of create yeah, I like it. Let's do the same thing for his gloves. And I'm going to go around the edges of his boot too. Again. Okay, so let's let that set up, and I need to draw on here. If I can find a paint pen that will work. Let's see. Yeah, let me take my glasses off because I can't see up close. And the letters are etched on there, but I'm just going to go back over them and, like, you know, make them show up a little bit more so you can kind of see the ho 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 on there. it's like I need to wear, if I wear my contacts, I have to wear readers to see up close. And if I wear my glasses, I can just take my glasses off. So I'm just deciding that now I'm just going to lean more toward wearing my glasses. So that's what I've been doing. Which means I can't see anything far away when I got my glasses off. So I have to go back and forth between them, which is crazy. And then when I'm painting up close, I have to push them up. So I want to take a little bit of the I'm going to go around the edges of my stars with a little bit of silver. I kind of think it would be cute to, like I said earlier, to do like on this little spot on the stars, maybe do like a green. Maybe, I don't know. I just think that would be cute. Maybe it wouldn't be, but I need more green because I don't got enough. So I need to get a little bit more green on my brush. But let's see. I don't know. It just adds a little. You could do red, but Santa's thing is red, so I don't really want to do red. I was just thinking the green would be kind of festive. Oh yeah, that's cute. So there is like our little. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put my glasses back on so I can see. So I put a little green in between them. Okay. So we got that. Remember, we got to add the spacer in because it needs something to grip onto. So I'll put the spacer on, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this star, and then there, because it doesn't need much on the glove to hold it. I'm going to push it up in there like that to make it stay. So cute. Alright, and then I need to add his belt and his buckle. Alright, so let's do that. Belt. Actually, you know, I really need to paint the inside of that black. I feel like that looks weird because you can see the red through it. So let's paint that black. That'll make me feel better. Alright, so then this goes there for his belt. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, and then his little belt goes on. Belt buckle goes on top of it. Oh, I got a little too much glue on there, Ash. Got a little carried away, didn't you? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. The only thing I don't like about this Gorilla Glue is it doesn't dry clear. So, like, sometimes I'll paint it on just because it's easier to do that. Okay. And then we've glued these on. We need to glue the holly berries on. I painted the wrong side of those, but it's okay. They do, the side that's right has lines on it, and I didn't paint the side with the lines, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we're going to put the holly. I don't know if I want to do it up. I think I'm going to do it up like that. Yeah, that looks cute. And then the snowflakes. But I need to just stress this a little bit. So let's get a little bit of that gold. And let's add a little bit of that gold on the leaves. Okay. Love it. So cute. And then all that's left are the snowflakes. And normally what I like to do is just squirt a little bit of glue out because I don't need a lot. And I'll just like throw my little snowflake on there. Let's see. Let's put a snowflake where? Let's do maybe like one on his sleeve right there. And then let's do one on his hat. And then we'll do one. Let's do one down here on his boot. Yeah. So cute. Look at him. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. Look how cute he is. So stinking cute. Okay. Now we need to put I'm just going to flip him over because this is your piece that makes him stand up. Okay. So this glues onto you can glue both of them in, but sometimes, like, I just choose to not glue this part in because you can just stick it in there. But what you do is you glue this on the back like that, okay? And then this slides in the back piece like that for it to stand up. So he'll stand up once that piece is in there. So I just take this little piece here and I glue it on the back. It takes it a second to stand up. Or to set up, I should say. Okay. So I'm just going to flip it back over while that's setting up. And add a few like little details on here. I'm actually going to use gold to do the details because, like I said, I like gold, but I've got to prime this pen. I've got to prime it because it is, there we go. I got these new pens off Amazon, but I wasn't sure how they would work. But I'm kind of liking them. I mean, they're not what I'm used to, but so I'm going to do a little, oh, his nose. I need his nose to be up more. His nose fell down just a little bit. Let's put a little bit more glue on it. Sometimes it slips when you start messing with it. I just needed to, there we go. Yeah, so let's take the little gold paint pen and I'm going to do, well, I thought it would work. There we go. It's not doing the way I want it to. I might have to get my regular one. I like this one because it's really fine. But, oh, there we go. I just gotta get mad at it. Tell it who's boss. And what I'm doing is I'm just going in and doing like some little lines around the edge of him and some little dots just to make it kind of cutesy. Not anything super like fancy. Because y'all know I don't get fancy. But I do like to add those little details because I think that's what makes it sort of come together. This thing is not liking me right now. It's being a little finicky. You know, and you have to hold your tongue just right sometimes with some paint pens. I will say, I probably won't buy these paint pens again because they have not been my favorite. But, you know, you don't know unless you try. And I've tried, and I don't like. But once you start, you gotta keep going with it because you done started. I'm gonna see if I can find the other one. Got to lose it on this paint pen right here. I'm about to lose it. Let's try that one. Let's see if that one makes a difference. Really? Don't even play with me right now. I can't see that far. Let's see. Let's just go with, let's try this. Ooh, that's too bright. Something like that. Let's try this one. I use my table as like as obviously you can see. So I use my table to punch it down in there. Okay. There we go. Strong. It is a very strong scent. Okay, so at least that like helps me. Okay. It's not real like, it's kind of not, it's not looking real metallic right now. I've got to shake it up a little bit. Maybe I should have just went with black. I like the gold. The black can be a little harsh. So I was thinking if I did gold, it wouldn't be too harsh. But it would still give me that cute, like, little pizzazz. I think my kid just left. Oh, no, my oldest was going to get a haircut. Oh, he's super cute, though. He really is cute. He really is. Okay, so let me turn him around. And I will share the links for him too. Like, I'll put the link in this video after I get off for if you want to grab. If you want to grab a kit to paint, it is a monthly subscription. You can stop at any time, but it's a lot of fun, and we do some really cute ones. I have a really pretty one for December. I cannot tell you about it, but I might share it early. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Let me put my glasses on. So, here is him finished. Is he not cute? I mean, how adorable is that? And then the piece, I hope it's dry enough to where I can slide it in there. But the piece slides in, and then he stands up. So how cute is that? I think I might have it backwards, actually. Oh, yeah, I do. There we go. How cute! I love him so much. He's so adorable. I cannot. I'm putting him on my table in my house. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him, but he's gonna go somewhere because he's just too cute. So there you have it. He's finished and ready for Christmas. He's coming to town. He's coming. He is coming to town. So be ready, friends. Okay, well, there is your crafty kit for November. If you want him, you can have him. And you can paint one for yourself. So I hope y'all have a good afternoon. I'm going to go do a little work and be productive. And I'll see y'all later. Have a good afternoon. Take care. Be sweet. Stay warm. All the things. Bye, guys.